welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 51
51.
of your favorite podcast.
Halfway to 100.
Yes. I can't even believe it. 51%.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Just 51 more weeks.
The shit. I got new glasses. So
Yep.
let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not really sure about them yet. I feel like they're too thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They're maybe wanted like thicker frames on them.
Yeah.
than I got, but I don't know. I'm trying them out.
Yeah.
I still got the other ones. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured I would try something new though.
That's good.
Yeah.
Something new is great.
Try something new is great sometimes, most of the time. Sometimes it's not good, but it's good to try.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what's your positive message for the day?
And
Yeah, we've been doing things, going through stuff,
yeah.
having
Going through the
fun,
motions.
going through the motions.
Yeah.
All the fun stuff that you do as a human being on the
Yeah.
planet.
Yeah,
It's been a week.
it's been a week. It's only Tuesday as we're recording this.
Yep, and that is awesome.
Yeah.
Love Tuesdays.
Honestly, the week, I don't know what
Daylight
it is.
savings is super fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, what did you say?
So daylight savings is super fun.
Yeah. And no difference really.
No, but we've got some interesting stuff for you guys today. Okay. We tried to get some interesting stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, we have some stuff, but,
Interesting is a strong word.
Yeah. Interesting is like, you guys can tell us in the comments if it's interesting.
We're gonna try to make it interesting.
We just like haven't had much going on, to be honest. Or
Yeah.
at least I haven't.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. But so I want to talk about how I'm in kind of a weird limbo with content. I'm kind of back and forth on who my audience is and
Yeah.
how to properly target them. And
So
we'll talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about how we're training for a half marathon.
Yeah.
We'll give some updates on our reading journeys, which we've been continuing.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
We're trying, anyways.
I mean, I've started mine. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And we're going to talk about free speech is no longer a thing in America. Fuck that. We don't care about it anymore because they have arrested and deported a Palestinian protester or a pro-Palestine protester on a college campus, revoked his green card, and are working on deporting him.
Well, the
despite
judge
him
blocked it.
Yeah,
today.
but we'll talk about it. And then also, the United States of America has been added to the Human Rights Watch list. And we're going to talk about some dating apps as well.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. I'm working on a video on dating apps, and we've got.
I just joined.
And I also did for the video partially.
Yeah.
But also just because I was curious, and we've got stories in gripes with that. Which we definitely have to get into. All right.
Yeah.
I think we should start with my content.
Yeah.
right
I want to
now.
hear this because I've definitely like noticed it.
Yeah.
And well, just like your videos have kind of like gone downhill, not in a good way.
Fell off.
Yeah. The kind
It feels like it though. I mean, here's the thing: when you're like a YouTuber, it's hard because it's the hardest job on the planet, probably. So it's just like so hard. I have to sit down at my computer
Yeah.
and like talk to
Hey,
a camera.
I have a really easy.
So hard.
Yeah, I have a really easy job.
What do you do? You work in a factory
Yeah.
for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
What are you? A doctor working 12-hour night shifts? The hell?
Yeah.
It's light work.
Yeah.
Fucking grind, pussy. You don't run.
Dude, okay, I have an idea. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Since you have an easy job, do you want to like switch for a week?
No.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't handle my job.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's for the sake of you.
Yeah.
No, but like obviously, like I'm in a very privileged position to be able to be 18, have my parents stable and here for me to live with, and able to make enough money where I can not have to get any other job and be able to pursue like this dream of content creation. It's very cool. It's very awesome. But right now I'm in a position where the last 2 videos that I've had, which I take about a month to upload videos usually. So basically the past 2 months, all year, I've
Not a good year.
I've had 2 biggest flops I've had in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
Literally, when I blew up 12 months ago, or no, okay, it was more like a year and 1 month ago from now. I had a video blow up, and from there, my channel started to like snowball, and I had video after video after video after video like popping
Yeah.
off, like 500K, a million, all these crazy numbers. And so it's been like so many milestones after another. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm at 10,000, 50,000. Oh God. And so now it's like, I don't know. I had one other video that flopped really hard right after my first video, the Stanley Cup video that blew up. The video after that got like 6,000 views, which compared to what I had before, it was still better than usual. But compared to my Stanley Cup video, that was nothing. And since then, since that second video after I blew up, I've not had a video get anything below 10,000. And recently, I posted 2 videos. First of all, it was in January, on January 20th. I posted the day Donald Trump got inaugurated. I posted Donald Trump's Twitter knockoff is worse than I expected. And that was a video where I broke down Truth Social and some of the issues with it, some of the controversies, the founding of it, how it's losing like $300 million a year or something crazy like that, and somehow the stock is incredibly overvalued. And I talked about all that, and it flopped hard as fuck. 10 out of 10. Like, worst performing video. I think it did as bad, if not worse, than that second video after the Stanley Cup, which is like it has like 6,000 views. And then next month, I had been working on a video at Amazon, and this video I thought was kind of like a set thing. It was the dark and unstoppable rise of Amazon, just going over the whole history and different controversies and criticisms of them. And it flopped really hard too, like just barely better than the Truth Social one. And I think it's at 9,000, 8,000. So like compared to what, like I've literally, I'm transparent about how much money I make, and I've had a month where I've made $9,000, and I also had a brand deal. And now, in the past 28 days, I've made $100, $128, and I have no brands in my inbox at the moment. And so I'm like, I'm gonna be fine also, because I live with my parents. I don't have that many bills. I'll be fine, and I have a good savings built up too.
That's good.
But it does suck, and it feels like I know that everything is not going away, because this is just kind of how it works. Like you have periods where you're figuring things out. And I'll talk about why I think those 2 videos have flopped and kind of what I'm trying to do to fix it. But yeah, it's just like it feels like it's easy to, when you're like a content creator and professionally, it feels like when you have a video flop, it's like, all right, well, everyone hates me now. I should just leave the internet forever, because my channel's gone, it's dead. But I know that's not the case, and it also should be good to me that when I have a video flop really hard, I still have multiple thousands of people watch it. It's still cool. So but
it's just like, is it just because the months, like it's the first part of the year kind of thing, or do you think it's just like people maybe for some reason they just like, they just like someone like killed all your viewers?
I think it was just I think it was just the video ideas. I think it doesn't monetarily, it doesn't help that the first quarter is usually like the worst quarter for ad revenue, because the brands blow all their money in Q4 for like Christmas and holidays, and then Q1, and especially the beginning, which we're in, and I think we're kind of getting to the middle or end of it. I don't really know the quarters really, but it's usually like way less. So ad revenue usually goes down anyways. And then also right now YouTube is rolling out this feature where you can't place interruptive ads. So that's kind of annoying too, and limits some revenue as well.
It feels like they're gonna miss out on like revenue doing that. It doesn't seem like a good idea.
The idea is that if you don't let people place ads that are interruptive, then retention of users will be higher, which on the surface is a good idea, but I think in practice it will just limit people's money, because especially because like creators that do like gaming content or stuff like that,
where
they cut it like nonstop action. We've been taught by the YouTube algorithm to like cut out every single piece of silence in those kind of videos, and so it might be very hard to find non-interruptive spots. So they'll probably kind of suffer.
Like you might have to rely more on like brand deals, and stuff like that.
But I think they're usually pretty open-minded to this kind of thing, and they're still talking to creators about it and stuff. So I think they'll probably do it in a way where they'll probably roll it out and it'll probably be bad at first, but they'll probably reform it. They're usually pretty good at that kind of thing, but we'll see. I'll probably be fine though, because I leave space. I looked through and only a couple of my ads are really affected by it, but doesn't help.
Yeah, oh no, it doesn't.
But,
yeah.
I think the reason that those 2 videos flopped, this is something that Zach, my friend Zach, told me he thinks the reason why.
Yeah.
And he said that like if you look at my whole channel right now, the most popular videos I've had have been something that's kind of like targeting a younger demographic.
Yeah.
Like Temu, the Dark Rise of Temu, Stanley Cup, Mr. Beast Burger, Lunchly. Like those are some of my biggest videos. Or what was the other one? Anyways, JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
Both of those did really well. So it's like the video, and Prime as well. So like those videos,
and
all of them, Lunchly too. And so like all of that list of things, those are my best performing videos, are all aimed at a younger demographic, aimed at people who are more online, aimed at TikTok users maybe. And then the videos that have flopped are True Social, Amazon, and let's see what else. Anyway, I don't know all of them right now, but most of them are kind of targeted at maybe like an older audience. But I struggle with this because I am not really in the same spaces as the people who like are very aware of Lunchly, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like when I make a video about Lunchly or I make a video about Temu, like I don't really know what those things are until I research them, and then I know what they are very well, and I can talk about them at length. But like I just like know of it in passing, and then I go and investigate it. But like it's hard for me to know like, okay, well, because it's also I actually really wish that True Social video had done really well for me, because like,
is that more the direction that you want to go in?
It is kind of, and same with the Amazon. Like I feel like I mean, especially because like the more and more shit is going on, and it's probably, honestly, my channel flop probably has some to do with like the whole Trump administration, where it's just like such a distraction, and I'm so like mentally like distracted by something else bad's happening. Oh Lord, we're killing more people and deporting even this person, and I'm like, oh my God. And so that probably adds to my
doesn't help
my lack of motivation. And so it's like it's kind of hard to focus on like, oh, I should make a video about like
Disney,
or like some like
some kid thing,
TikTok product or something, when like everything's falling
there's
apart.
like a migrant that got deported for nothing.
Like a Guatemalan mother of 4 who was driving too slow got rounded up and deported and had her family split apart. And I'm just like, and then I like to read books that are usually about political topics. I like to most of the content that I consume is about politics, or it's,
I would say like 90% of your content is political.
I mean, I watch the Majority Report every single day of the week, which is like 2.5 hours of like political coverage, and I usually watch Hassan and Big A and Bennett and Mills. Like literally like most things that I watch are political. There's only like a few things that are like comedy. So it's just like
make comedy illegal again.
Yeah, legalize comedy. MAGA. Yeah, for real. No, but I don't know. It's just like I'm stuck. If like, should I target the audience that is clearly what I've been building, kind of on accident, or should I maybe try to switch over to something that I'm more interested in? Because I feel like there's a mix. Like when I talk about Temu, for example, when I talked about Temu, I was able to talk about like, okay, like Temu is using the de minimis loophole in our American import system to exploit the way that they import stuff and avoid paying tariffs and taxes, and which is, by the way, now gone. Trump removed that. And they also was able to talk about like how Temu uses forced labor, or allegedly has suppliers and people that use forced labor to make products that are sold on their website. And so there's all these different things that are shady with Temu that are kind of political, I guess. Like I could talk about labor conditions and like imports and stuff like that, and that's stuff I'm really interested in, and I can talk about that, and it's in the same audience. But like when I talk about Amazon, I guess it's not. Like it's like I don't know exactly why the disconnect is.
That's weird because like
I think it's just like kids shop more on Temu than they would on, and they know about Amazon, but they don't really care about it that much. Maybe.
Yeah. Do you think like that are you thinking about like, I mean, like you have the consistent revenue stream with like, I guess more more of what like younger people want, or are you thinking about just going in and maybe like branching out and cultivating a little bit older audience you're probably gonna have to maybe like take a hit for like a year maybe?
Or yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll take a whole year, but I do think that that's kind of what I'm.
A couple months. Yeah,
because like I thought about making like a video about dumpster diving TikTok, because there's like this whole line of TikTok where they dumpster dive and some of them are clearly fake and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be a fun video. And the more I sat down to script it, and I was like, this is not me.
Yeah,
I don't like this. And
yeah, I mean, you got to be yourself, especially when you're because it's like a creative career.
The thumbnail, I mean, like I could see myself down the line with a second channel that's outsourced, where they find videos for me, and once a week or something I sit down and I just kind of react to them and have fun with it, maybe even stream it or something like that.
Yeah,
and like clip it out, but like as like a fun side project. But I can't see myself doing that as the full-time thing. And so I'm like, and I don't really have any ideas that fit the whole like younger audience. Like I can't think of any more rise of and falls, or any more dark rise of videos that, or the instant fall or whatever, of like certain things that are in that area. And maybe that's because I'm not really in that community, but then I tried downloading TikTok and scrolling on it, and I found some ideas, but like, again, it was nothing that like I couldn't make anything of it.
You didn't really want to get behind it.
I didn't really care about it either.
That's fair.
And so it's just like, I don't know.
TikTok is just a bunch of slop.
Yeah, like, I want to make stuff that I like making.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in a place where I know that if I continue making content, regardless of what it is, there's going to be at least 10,000 people, probably almost, that watch it.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm not in a bad spot. And I don't really, like, I have 2 years really until I have to rely on the income that I'm making, because I still have 2 years that I'll be doing at college.
Yeah.
And I could live with my parents at least until then. I want to do. And so I am kind of moving towards just like doing the more interesting, mature content that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like I'm working on the rise and fall of dating apps, which is not, I wouldn't say that's really that young of a demographic for that.
No, it's about like 18 to 25.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right. And like, I don't know. I would like it if the stuff that I was making, you know, even if it's something, sometimes it could be something fun like dating apps that's kind of less serious, but still interesting to me. Or I would like it if I could make videos about like Amazon and how they're exploiting their labor force and stuff like that, and like educate people on important topics or things that I'm like genuinely interested in like learning about.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would like it to have some sort of impact.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's,
I don't feel like I'm having that impact with the certain things.
Like, to be honest, when you were like talking about TikTok and dumpster, I was like, that doesn't sound like what you would really be fun, like. It would be fun. It doesn't really sound like what you are into, especially now with like how you're into politics like a lot, and like social causes, you know, that kind of thing. So I'm glad you're like finding what your thing is and like actually doing what you like to do.
Crumble too. I made a video about Crumble cooking.
Yeah.
And that video popped off for me. It got like 500,000 views. Again, that is a TikTok.
Yeah, that's a TikTok idea. Yeah.
But
did you get that idea off TikTok? I can't remember.
I just known about it, and I knew it was a thing on TikTok. But again, I didn't even really know what Crumble Cookie was until that video. I was like, I had just heard a couple things about it in passing, because a couple commentary YouTubers that I like had talked about how there was like this one scam thing about it, and I had heard about it, and so I was like, oh, what if I look into that? That's kind of trending.
Yeah.
And so I did that. But in that video too, like that was a good mix, where it was like, I talked about the interesting economics of Crumble and how I think it's unsustainable, and then I did a follow up to that where I talked about their like problems with child labor.
Allegedly.
Well, they were charged with child labor violations at certain stores.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to talk about that, and I interviewed a person who, you know, was actually one of the people who was. They weren't one of in the like lawsuit or anything, but they had experienced that where they were told to do something that they're legally not supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, work too late than they were supposed to. So that was interesting. And again, it was something that I was like interested in.
Yeah.
But it fit with the thing, but I just don't have enough ideas that fit in that category. That if this is like the interesting to me that I think is important too, or interesting at least, or funny, and this is the like TikTok stuff, the stuff in here is coming a lot less. There's a lot less things that I could find that are in the intersection of those two circles, and so I'm like, I kind of would rather go over here more. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, that's good though that you're figuring out like what you want to do, like what content you really want to make, and not just like what will. I mean, I don't know what will work. I guess you know.
Yeah.
In that sense.
I mean, I think I could see myself doing the more ideas that are in the middle still.
Yeah.
Like I like doing those, the Crumble the video, the Stanley video, the Temu video, the Prime video, like all of these things were fun for me, and I thought they were good videos, and I'm proud of them, and I like doing them, but I just don't have enough ideas that are in that category where I don't know. So we'll see. I'm still thinking about doing the Rise and Fall of Hooters. I might do the Rise and Fall of dating apps and then the Rise and Fall of Hooters, like, and just pump them both out and see what happens. And then if they both flop, then I'll figure it out. But we'll see.
Hopefully one of them will do well.
I feel like they're both fun ideas.
Yeah, dude, the Hooters one, that one's gonna go to the moon.
I feel like it might. I actually kind of want to do it now.
Remember that clip I sent you on Instagram Reels of that like old news reporter doing like a moment of silence? He's like moment of silence, and the girl's like, they had good chicken wings. You're like, you went for the chicken wings, or it was something like that.
My mom said that she liked the chicken wings there.
Yeah,
she was like, they had pretty good food there. I was like, did they really?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I went there. I don't know if we've talked about this already on the podcast. I remember going there one time. When I was little, my dad brought me there. I mean, your dad might have been there too. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was like a couple of his friends or whatever. Anyways, we went there.
Yeah.
Hung out. Had some food. It is kind of crazy. Yeah. It's like
that's like the divorced dad like capital.
The divorced dad meetup spot.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because it's just like it's not like you go on a date there or anything.
Yeah, oh God,
dude! No. Imagine taking a girl on a date to like a Hooters. That would be great. You're just like yeah.
Oh God, no. That would be a crazy place to suggest.
You're like, so I like the Hooters that has good food.
No, it's for the food though.
Yeah,
I like the chicken breast. Chicken breast.
Wings breast.
They have really good breast there. Chicken breast, that is. That's chicken breast. Chicken breast.
Yeah.
No. That's all I was talking about.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be a fun video though. I still kind of
that would be a banger video. You should definitely do that.
Like when I told Zach about it, and he was like, I don't think that's gonna work because of all the things I just mentioned, and I was like, that's a good point. And then that's why I started like kind of doubting everything. Yeah. I was like, he has really good points. Like honestly, he's right. Like everything that I've done is in that bucket. So I need to like either go to that bucket or figure out another thing to do. And so that's what kind of sparked it. And now I'm like, I want to do the more mature stuff that is interesting to me. So I think I'm gonna lean more into that.
Do it.
And I mean, I think if I keep doing it like that, like if I keep doing videos like that, eventually one will be the right idea, and I'll pop off in that age range, and then I can start doing ideas like that. And
you can like build off of that and like expand your ideas.
So I think that's the idea for now.
Yeah, that's good.
But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, anyways. You want to talk about dating apps?
Yeah, sure.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
What do you
downloaded
it when?
I downloaded one yesterday, one this morning.
Okay, which one did you download yesterday?
Bumble yesterday, and then Tinder today. I was just like trying it out. Dude, okay, you already know this because you did a whole video about it. They're so fucking money hungry.
They're so greedy.
It's so insane. I spent money on Tinder because why not, I guess. I don't know. And I had the money sitting in my bank account, so I was like, I'll just do it for a week. I can cancel it anytime, so I'll just do it and see what happens. I mean, I don't know.
How much is it a week on Tinder?
For gold. We got the gold.
There's gold, premium, and plus.
It's crazy. I don't even know how many. There's like 3 different ones, I think. But it's like $18.33 a week.
Oh my God. And Hinge is $15 a week, and I think Bumble is like.
Bumble's like about the same. 20.
I think it's 22.
$20. Yeah, 20-something bucks a week.
Because I got all 3 for the video.
Dude, imagine being like, just like being in that company and like.
Dude, it's so manipulative.
You could literally if you're the CEO especially, you get like millions of dollars because they just make $20 a week. And
I mean like millions.
I guarantee
of people paying
you,
$20 a week.
Millions of people pay. There's like
it's
all
also
sorts
cheaper.
of other stuff.
It's cheaper if you buy it like monthly.
Yeah.
Or even yearly, or even on Bumble. I think you can pay like $300 and have a lifetime subscription.
Yeah. You pay like 300 something. You're in.
Which I've heard from people who like. Well, there's just one YouTuber, Zachary something. I don't remember his last name. He made a video going over like you can actually download your statistics on dating apps, and like you can look over like how many people swiped right on you, how many people swiped left, how you swiped, and different things like that, and like how you use your boosts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting. And he went over it, and he was talking about how he paid $300 for the Bumble subscription like a few years ago, and he's gotten well more than the value out of that. So like,
I just can't.
I'm not gonna.
No.
Recommend. I mean, but if you're gonna get one and you have the money, like.
Also,
I would recommend probably getting the lifetime thing.
Yeah.
If you think you're gonna be,
it's interesting.
Statistically, you're probably the first one's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
So
I think what I'm gonna do is like after the week, like probably like next Monday, I'm gonna just actually what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. So probably over the weekend maybe. I'm just gonna cancel it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put my Snapchat in it and just be like, text me on Snap if you want to, because I'm like, I don't have any notifications on.
Yeah.
I don't have any I just like go in, check it, swipe, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then just exit.
Did you download Hinge? You didn't download Hinge?
No, I didn't download Hinge.
I think that one's pretty interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
But I think Hinge, the only difference is you have to write a comment. You can't just swipe.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, so if you haven't used dating apps before, you will probably not be that surprised to know that. Because I made a whole video about this. Hopefully by the time you guys are watching this, it's already out. So if that's the case, definitely go watch it. I go over like how dating apps got to where they are today. Interestingly, online dating goes all the way back to 1965.
Wow.
And so I talked about that, the evolution of it, and a lot of the criticisms of it, which we'll get into as well. But I didn't really talk about my experience, and now that you're on it too, we can kind of talk about our experiences on them, separate from the video. So yeah, they're so greedy, like seriously so greedy. They are like, hey, especially. Did you have someone like you on any of them?
Dude, yeah, I think it was Bumble. They're like, hey, someone liked you, but you can't see it. You gotta pay. I was like, fuck that. I'm not paying you guys. Fuck you guys.
Dude, it's crazy. They'll literally like. I had this happen on Hinge the first time, and it was it said, oh, someone liked you. I'm like, oh, okay. And I clicked on it, and then it's just you can see
like
that there's
blurred.
a profile.
Yeah, it's
it shows like their age, and that's all. And then it's like, it shows that they're photo verified. And it's like, all right, check it out. Click see who liked you. You click it, and it's like $15 a week. I'm like, oh god, no.
Dude, it's also like, it's just so fucking like money hungry, grabbing, greedy fuckers.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the whole idea of online of mobile dating being a profit driven company. My lefty's gonna poke out here. Capitalism. It's all capitalism fault.
Yeah, I mean it is,
but it is to a degree. Like
you're not wrong this one time.
This company, this company, which the entire mission of Tinder, of Bumble, of Hinge, is to find you a match, right?
Yeah.
That's inherently what the idea of the app is for. Hinge, their model of Hinge, the tagline is literally the app that's designed to be deleted. But obviously, that's not really what they want. They don't want you to delete the app.
No.
Because if you delete the app, then they don't make any money.
They don't make money.
And so, but also, because it's the entire idea is to meet you with other people, making the app useless, dating app users are inherently like a temporary audience. And so they either have to make it harder to find a match so that you are on the platform longer so they can serve you more ads and charge you more things for more boosts.
Actually, that's the one thing I will say about dating apps.
Yeah.
Is you would think they'd fucking put ads everywhere they could.
You can just swipe them.
Yeah, they're literally like, I haven't even seen that many ads. Like, I think 3 ads maybe.
Yeah, they're not very invasive, which I will say that's good. But the marketing for the subscriptions and the boosts
the marketing's like, you broke fuck, pay me, come on, pay me.
What are you lonely?
Yeah, what are you?
Pay? I bet you call about 15 big ones.
Because Because if you think about it. They don't have to do it because they don't. It's just they don't need to. But at the same time, it's like if they want to make as much money as they can, one person, they have to make sure their money per person is.
They have to either make it harder to find dating or make it harder to find matches so that they can serve you more ads and give you more perks to buy, or they have to milk you for all they fucking can while you're still there, so that they can hit their record profits or whatever. It's like,
man, it's like cold as fuck in this room.
I know it is, but I don't know. It seems like kind of a conflict of interest in that way, where it's like you can't really be, because like also like I think they could make it so much better. I mean, obviously they're not going to, because they still want to hit their profits. But like, if they didn't, hypothetically, if they didn't care about the profit of their company, which obviously is insane, then the app would be so much better to use. All of them would be so much better to use, because you could open it up. They wouldn't limit your swipes or make it so you can't see who liked you when you don't pay a weekly subscription.
You know what we need to do with the dating profit motive? We just need a nationalized dating app.
Let's go.
Publicly funded dating apps. Dude, that would actually be a disaster now.
Yeah, how come?
Elon Musk would be like, I'm going to privatize dating apps. Ha ha ha. Fuck you guys.
Legalize dating apps. Legalize comedy.
Yeah. No, but like, dude, I think most of these dating apps are like a private company. I don't know if I'm wrong. Maybe
they're all private.
Yeah, they're all private.
That I am aware of.
I just think like, it's just like they at least let me see who liked me.
Yeah.
Like maybe like be like, you got to pay like $5 to text the person, and then you can text them unlimited.
Yeah.
But like at least show me who's like, because on Bumble, I was like kind of curious, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $8 to just see who fucking liked me, and then maybe it doesn't even work out. I'm like, I just spent $8 for nothing.
That's what I did. Well, but 15 though.
I don't know.
The lowest tier.
I'm thinking about.
Oh wait, I'm talking about Hinge. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm talking about the $8 thing. I was talking about like the impressions. I'm thinking of the impressions on Tinder. Fucking
$8 for a 30-minute boost, making you one of the top profiles in your area.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But by the way, if you buy two, you can use two at once, and it's 120 minutes instead of 60.
Oh wow,
doubles your time.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I just like, I hear people that spend like $100 on dating. I'm like, you are fucking, I mean,
that's what I spent, but like, I was trying that for the video. I tried out the boost. I tried out all 3 subscriptions.
That was temporary, but people do that a week, man, for like a while.
No.
I'm like, you're just fucking burning money pretty much. You're like,
might as well.
Lighting dollar bills. Like, that's what you're doing. You're not doing anything.
Yeah. No, it's insane. It's insane.
Like, I think that like, because they're like fucking using psychology against you.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, you probably noticed that maybe because you take psychology about, and there's probably so much stuff that they're like different techniques. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, they're definitely like every single thing that they do is like somehow connected to like literally. If you you want to adjust the filter. You can on Tinder. You can only adjust the age and the distance.
Yeah.
If you want to adjust like alcohol consumption or
I'm like I don't want to date an alcoholic.
Literally, if there's like any number of the different filters other than those two things, you have to pay for premium to get the access to that. Which, I mean, for me, like I'm like a very like not anti-alcoholic. I don't care, but like I wouldn't.
You're anti-alcohol.
I don't like alcohol. Like I wouldn't want to drink it.
I'm anti-sober.
And so anti-sober. Hell yeah. I'm pro-alcohol. Pro-alcohol. No, I don't know, but it's just annoying.
There's this country song by David Allan Coe. It's like, how do you spell relief? That's the name of the song. It's like DRUNK. It's like drunk. It's like, dude, I'll have to play it for you when you're in my car next. It's a fucking fire song. And then like there's this other song like by Willie Nelson that's also like pretty much about like, I don't want to get drunk or something like that. And it's like, spend my money calling everybody. it's great.
That's
I listen to a lot of like depressing songs, honestly, but
they're like,
I like them.
They're not depressing unless you really think about the lyric.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I do that a lot. I think about the lyric.
If you just think about like the sound and like vaguely what they're saying, it's like
like hell yeah.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. There's a lot of criticisms with that. I think it's very insane. I think.
Dude, it's
people,
like,
here's the thing also, and I talk about this in my video as well, but people are becoming less and less interested in dating apps.
Yeah.
Because like, so for example,
like I would, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would rather them steal my information, sell it to a data broker.
They do that too.
Well, I wish they would not charge me money. I wish they just take my data for free and without me even knowing.
No, they got to serve you ads,
yeah,
steal your data, and serve you overpriced subscriptions to make you unlock basic features.
Dude, like it would be cool if like
the only way.
I guarantee you they would make more money. I mean, it's a short-term business, but they would make more money if they did like $5 per week. You get everything.
Yeah,
I feel like more people would sign up. And maybe
they
even
get a lot
just
of people,
like
though.
they'd forget about their subscription because it's $5 and most people don't even notice $5 getting taken out. So
here's the thing, though. They have like 70 million active monthly users on Tinder, and I'm pretty sure 10 million monthly or 10 million paid users. And so they can continue to charge because the reason that they continue to charge so much is because hey, you like this app? Well, it's borderline unusable unless you pay for it.
Yeah,
so
literally.
So they
Dude,
they
literally
make it,
is. I was like trying to send a message to someone, and it's like you need to pay. Oh shit, you need. Okay, it's good. You need to pay. You need to pay impressions to send messages or something.
Wait, really?
I don't know.
Oh. So yeah, to send to like a pickup line or something like that,
something
or like a compliment,
know,
you have to And then there's the super like thing, which is a whole separate thing. Have you used those at all?
Oh, fucking, I don't even know. I don't know.
I think you get some when you have the subscription. Anyways,
I'll show you mine when we're done filming.
Anyways, you get on all of these apps. There's a super like or a rose on Hinge is what it is. So like basically what it is like you go through their profile, you say you really like this person, so you like swipe up or you click the little blue star and it swipes them up and it super likes them. So hypothetically what that's supposed to do is like
get their attention more.
Their attention, you go to the top of their like list or whatever, they show it to whatever. So but the whole thing about that is like it kind of I think comes off as like creepy a little bit because you know that like the person who send you that is like they paid to send you this like rose or they paid to send you this super like. So it's like the idea behind it is that it leads to more dates, but like I think in practice it kind of comes off as like desperate or maybe a little creepy because it's like why is this person so interested in me?
Because like when you're on a dating app, you don't want to be. I mean, you want to be interested.
Some people might enjoy it, but some people might be a little disturbed by it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're
definitely interesting to try.
There's good and bad. I don't think they're all bad.
For me, it's just like just go on, just go on, see what happens. Really.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth trying. I don't know. I mean, also, I think my conclusion in my video was kind of like, I think that they're not all bad. I think it's also like with social media is making us more and more socially awkward and like isolated from each other. And so I think that it is good to like meet people where they're at and like provide an app or a service that connects people into actual humans in the real world from their phone, where you can use their technology that they're addicted to, they use all the time, that's making them more socially awkward and isolated to make them connect with other people. So I think like in that way it's useful technology, and I think there's definitely some good to it, and there's obviously a demand for it, but at the same time they definitely milk the shit out of their users. It's definitely some downsides. Dude, have you seen any catfishes?
No, actually, I was actually going to say that most of the profiles I see are like legit. I look for like there's a few profiles where it's literally just like a picture, like a couple pictures, but it's like no description. I'm like, that's a little suspicious.
No, it's like I swear I saw some.
I haven't seen any really.
I saw some profiles on like Tinder especially where it was like it's like an 18-year-old. They've got one picture and they're like a supermodel and their only interest is like Instagram, and it's like they've got no bio. And I'm just like. Not a real person, obviously. No, that's very clearly not a real person.
What are you talking about?
It's like you can see like the Google UI. Yeah. Like you can see the Google search is like hot supermodel.
Dude, yeah.
It's like borderline.
Yeah, I haven't had any of those at all.
That's good. I mean, I also I talked about this in my video too, but it's interesting. It's worth noting here is I ran into this one person on there who I matched with actually, and before I even had a chance to like start a conversation with this person, I got the same person in my feed again, like the same.
Where was this on?
On Tinder. So I matched with this person, and then I said something to them, but they didn't respond yet. And then I looked at my Tinder feed again, and I saw them again in my feed. A different account, same first name. It was Corinna was the first name.
Yeah.
Same first name, different last name, and it was the same person, different photos of the person, but they had the same neck tattoos. And I'm just like, okay, this is really weird. So I was like, okay, that person's probably not real. But then I kept swiping, and I saw the same person again. Again, different photos and a different last name, same first name. And I was just like, what the hell? And then the account got deleted from my matches. I was like, okay.
So they probably got reported or.
But I tried to report them, and
it's like you need to pay $5 to report someone.
Yeah, that's $100 reoccurring charge for you to report anyone. No, but it was that the reporting software sucks. It was like, I mean, and you could report them for like, something happened offline or stuff like that. But when I tried to report it as like a catfish or like a spam account, there was no other option. There was no custom ability. There was only like a set 5 options, and none of them applied to the situation that I was in. And so I was like, I guess I just will hope someone else figures it out. I hope they figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's definitely some issues with them. But
But I haven't got any. Really, I haven't seen any at all.
Any catfishes?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dating apps are interesting. I don't know. It's something to just try.
I think, personally, like from what I learned from using them, I don't think if I continue to use them that I'll pay for them ever again.
Oh yeah, no.
Unless
what I would do is just like text me on Snapchat. I ain't paying for this shit.
That's there you go.
Yeah, I mean like, cause like, it's just so fucking annoying to like, cause like I was like, they're like, get the gold edition 18. I was like, okay, and I was like, okay, cool, I can cancel it. So I'm probably gonna cancel it, probably Friday, Saturday, before we get the build again. But because I don't want to pay. I just did it because I had the extra money. And I was like, I might as well, I guess, and did it. So
yeah, I think if I had like an excess money, I would do the Bumble like lifetime thing.
Yeah,
but otherwise, I'm not gonna pay for it. I might do that eventually if I feel like it. But
if you get like $9,000 one month,
if the dating app video pops off.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think like unless you have a lot of disposable income per week or whatever, monthly, whatever you do, and you have like an excess amount, you make more than you need.
You're like,
and you're
just looking for like constant hookups.
I mean, Tinder's kind of a hotbed. I think I've heard about that before. Yeah. It's kind of a hotbed for that. No, you can literally like, this on when you make a Tinder profile, you can literally be like, for fun, short-term fun, which pretty much is like you just want to fucking leave. And dude, Family Guy made a fucking episode about Quagmire discovering Tinder.
Oh, really?
It's fucking insane. He's just like never leaves his house. It's like that episode. Wait, what season are you on?
Like 9.
Have you seen the one where Peter tells Quagmire about internet porn?
I think so.
Like never leaves.
He's like his arms like really big.
His right arm is like fucking massive, dude. It's literally kind of like that, but it's just like girls rotate in and out every night.
Nice.
He's like, Tinder's nice.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think there's definitely some,
but like,
to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, but the interesting thing, so like, Tinder in 2020 had 80 million downloads in that year.
Wow.
This year, in 2024, they had 60 million downloads. And so that's a 20 million drop. Now, also, obviously, COVID, people were extra isolated that year. So there was a spike. But even compared to the 2019 numbers and pre-COVID, they've dropped 10 million in yearly downloads and users. So people are becoming slightly less interested in downloading it. And also, when users spend, compared to 2017 or 2018, people spend about 100 minutes a day on average on dating apps. In 2024, it's like 50 minutes. So that's split in half.
Wow, so that's almost like,
there's significant like disinterest, seemingly.
I mean, it might go down another.
And it seems like Gen Z is not as interested in it.
Yeah.
I mean, some are, but it seems like some people aren't. And I don't know. There's a kind of like a lack of healthy competition right now in the industry.
Yeah.
Because I think Tinder, the parent company of Tinder, actually owns Bumble as well. And so Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge are like the 3 biggest ones, the only real like notable ones.
Yeah.
And Hinge is like the only independent one, and even that is becoming more saturated and faker. So there's like certainly a lot of criticisms against them.
Oh yeah.
Situations. So it's interesting. Definitely go check out my video.
Yeah.
And let us know what you think about it. But
yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else on that. I don't think so. The only match that I actually made on the apps that actually led anywhere was not paid for.
That's good.
I didn't pay to win in that situation. So that's why I would recommend you not pay for it if you use them at all.
Yeah.
So, anyways. All right, let's talk about free speech and how this country is falling the fuck apart.
Yeah.
Very fun episode for you this day.
Yeah. At least we did some fun things.
Yeah.
I guess, do you want to do like the free speech and then like maybe the training topic and then because like we're going. I mean like
okay.
Not really rushed, but
okay. Yeah. We'll see how long we go on this, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So how do you say this name? I'm gonna try to. I'm probably not gonna say it right. I apologize. Mahmoud.
What? That's not even close.
Let's
just say like.
Okay, listen, this
Palestinian activist.
Yeah, pro-Palestine activist at Columbia University. ICE detained them, and they had a green card actually. So they were under the influence that this person was here on a visa, but they were here on a green card.
Yeah.
And they detained them, and when they realized that they were here on a green card, not a visa, they were like, "Oh, well, we'll just revoke it."
Dude, it's so crazy.
But the only way you're supposed to get a green card revoked is if you like commit a crime.
Yeah. Well, even then, I've seen that usually they'll just. I mean, this is the thing I don't get about this fucking incompetent fascist administration.
Yeah.
Is that they're like, we're gonna send all those illegals back, and I'm like, if they're criminals, try them here. We have like, I mean, the justice system is flawed for sure. It's not equal or fair, but it's like they'll fucking go away for like a long time, if not life.
Yeah, and if you're sending this person back to a country that doesn't want them back, and they might not be communicating with America, then they might go out on the street and then fucking kill people there. Like, if you actually want to go after the criminals, first of all, you wouldn't be going after the fucking mother of four who's a janitor at their local coffee shop, who's working hard and under the table for fucking pennies on the dollar, stimulating the economy and raising her kids just to fucking get by because she was fleeing her fucking country because she was being targeted by a cartel.
Yeah.
You'd be going after the fucking criminals, which we already do, and you wouldn't be deporting them anyways. It just fucking doesn't make the entire idea behind it doesn't make any sense.
Also, like, dude, I heard this one thing. No, it was Elon Musk on that Fox Business interview yesterday, where that guy, that Fox reporter, was like sucking his cock.
Yeah,
a lot. Literally, Elon Musk was like, "Yeah, the Democrats don't want us to."
Not literally.
Yeah, not literally, but like, I mean, figuratively.
Yeah.
This guy was like, Elon Musk was talking about like illegals and stuff. And he's like, the Democrats don't want us to fix anything.
No, Elon wasn't illegal.
Yeah, I know, for real. Well, hold on, let me finish.
Allegedly,
he was like, yeah, Democrats don't want us to fix the illegal immigration because they'll lose voters. They're importing voters. And
Joe
then
Biden deported 4 million people.
Yeah, This
is something that is so stupid, and it's also something that's also interesting is I've heard like the Biden administration at this point in their administration had deported more people than the Trump administration has.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously they're still cracking down and they're planning to deport a lot more people than Biden did. But the entire idea that the Republicans continue to facilitate like Joe Biden is open borders policies had millions of illegals flooding in.
We need them.
It's so ridiculous. It's like, dude, I wish we had some open borders. That would have been a more interesting system. But that's not at all what we had. What we had was a fucking very closed border that was had a process that was way too long and like tedious to become an American
process
citizen.
that you just come in.
I mean, honestly,
you need to come in. You hear me, Republicans?
Yeah, you need to open the border. Like I am a guy who thinks that the border should be open.
I think it should be open-ish.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say maybe like
here's
doors
the thing.
open.
I think I think that the border makes.
This is where we kind of disagree a little.
I think that the border,
like, not inherently bad.
No. I mean, I respect what you're saying about that too. I think that like I think the border does creates more bad than it does good, and the whole idea that we need a border is built on the idea that we got to keep those out and keep us safe from those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the whole idea of having a wall to separate us from Mexico is like, we got to keep those damn Mexicans out because they're crazy. But the thing is, the border doesn't keep them out. Actually, what it does is it creates this line.
I mean, that's why
where transnational corporations that are in both, you can be working at the same company in America right up the street from the guy in Mexico and be making double what he's making, leading to more poverty, leading to more crime, and then it almost creates economic inequality, leading to more crime, furthering the stereotype that they're criminals and that they're, going to invade us or whatever. So like the border, having the border there, if anything, in my opinion, creates more crime and makes it more dangerous. Also for immigrants, it makes it a very dangerous process to immigrate. And even if they do it legally, it's like a pain in the fucking ass.
I mean, that's and also to that point, that's why you have like cartels that these citizens that are coming here, like, I mean, whatever, they're coming in and they're literally like paying cartels like thousands of dollars. It's not even guaranteed they'll get in.
Yeah.
And because they're just the cartels, it's a smuggling operation that they run. That's what it is.
But then it's also like, immigrants are not responsible for the majority of fentanyl smuggled over the border.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm saying the cartel is smuggling more or less like the people, and then
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they're still bringing drugs in and whatnot, but yeah.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I am not totally against there being like some sort of system. Like, I'm not saying we just like let everybody in willy nilly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I kind of am. I think we should just let people in, because here's the thing. Also, there's crime in every population. So if we have an open border, like, what do you think is wrong with the open border idea? I'm just curious. I'm not like saying you're wrong.
The small problem. It's a very small problem. It's a very small problem because. I mean, like, let's just say we start letting people come in, hypothetically. Because, I mean, realistically.
Like Joe Biden did.
Yeah, like Joe Biden did. He let all these trans immigrants in.
Trans immigrants. Anyway, that's what you're saying.
But, hypothetically, we let people in. What if we let in, like, I don't know, like, a very serious, like, offender in, and then he offends in here. We put him back. Or, like, we try him here. We try him in our country. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I don't know. I just think, like,
here's the thing.
There needs to be at least maybe, like, a background screening or something. And just be like, okay, we know, just to know when they're in. And then if we can locate them relatively quickly if they do reoffend in the same serious matter. Now, if it's, like, freaking taking a candy bar, that doesn't apply because it's just, like, it's not causing harm to anyone. Yeah. It was okay.
Here's my thing on that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think there's a good point. But I do think, like, because here's the thing, if we have open borders or not, people who immigrate to this country are going to end up committing crimes, regardless of if we have an open border or not. And we've found that immigrants commit significantly less crime.
Yeah, they commit way less. Like, isn't it like
U.S. citizens?
It's like 24 homicides.
There was
for a year.
29. This is undocumented immigrants. 29 undocumented immigrants have committed manslaughter or homicide in 2024, the entire year. Out of 20 million, that's nothing. Compared to the U.S. citizens, that's nothing. And it's the same with every other type of crime. Even there's 17,000, I think, arrests in the entire year of 2024 for undocumented immigrants, which again is significantly lower than citizens. But my point is, like, regardless of how our immigration system is set up, we're gonna have criminals come in. Yeah. And I think what you're saying is, like, if we document them, then it's easier to, like, catch them if they're criminals.
Yeah, like when they come in, we just, like, do a background screening. And see if they haven't, good, you're good. Go and do whatever you want, really.
Then, like, what happens if they're a criminal? We just, like, send them out, or we let them in, but we just know that they're a criminal.
Okay, it's a whole thing in my head that I have. Like, if it's like a non-violent, less serious crime, then I feel like come in, whatever. You stole like some food, whatever. You're probably hungry. Hunger is a thing. People go hungry all the time.
Yeah,
but. I do think, like, if it's more serious, then maybe they can still come in, but they have some restrictions, more or less. Maybe put them on, like, a probational period for, like, a year to just monitor them closely for a year. They check in with someone, like, every other week, whatever, once a month, whatever it is. And then and then after that year, if they don't do anything similar to that for a year, then they're fine. They can go on their lives, do what they want. But if they reoffend in the same way, and if the thing would be if they did the same thing and it's like a serious, like, murder, whatever, it wouldn't be very many anyways, like probably like 1% or less.
Yeah.
But I do think that, like, if they do reoffend and it's like hunger, like food, like stealing stuff, like, and then victimless. Victimless, and it's like not harmful to the communities that they're moving into. Mm. Then I think it's fine, still on the probational thing for a year, though. Then I think that if they did something very serious, like murder, those serious crimes, I think maybe we're not going to deport them to their country where they can just probably get away with it again whenever they want to strike next. But we try them here, and it's more of like do no harm kind of thing, where like if you don't do any harm, you're fine after the year, whatever. And then like if you do harm and it's bad harm, not stealing food or anything, then I think that I think you need to either maybe be on probation period for longer,
like you should be tried as an American.
Yeah, tried as an American.
What you're saying is like
right to attorney, all the whole thing.
Your idea of like the best immigration system would be like you come, you don't really have a limit on if you can come. You just come. Pause. And then you come for the border patrol.
Yeah.
To make sure you're not smuggling anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work. Anyways, no, you're like, you come over to America and they just make sure that you don't have a criminal record, and if you do, then they make sure that you don't do anything bad, and if you do, then you're just an American citizen. You get charged as an American citizen.
Yeah.
I think like here's the thing. I think
you don't get deported either. That's the thing. After your trial, you don't get deported.
I think that if we just had, hypothetically, if we had an open border system and anyone from Mexico could just like walk over to America, like how it was under Joe Biden, then like
what are you, Biden?
When this immigrant, hypothetically, which is inevitable, one immigrant, let's say, commits a murder, and like I don't know, I'm no professional in terms of like law enforcement or whatever, but I don't think like if they're a documented citizen, it's going to be that much easier to find them. Maybe it is to some degree, but like I don't think it's impossible to find them.
Yeah.
I think we find immigrants who commit murders. We don't have, like, I don't know how many murders go unsolved, but like, I think like my point here is like, if you let's say they had open borders and someone came over and they killed somebody and then they got arrested for it, then I think, you would document them. I also don't think that there should be like there shouldn't be a documentation of people.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, if you come over to America and there was no border and you didn't have to become a documented citizen at the border or whatever, then, like, I think you should still have to, like, say you wanted to apply for a job or whatever, you would have to, like, go to the DMV or whatever and, like, apply. But I just don't like the idea of the border wall and, like, making it a mandatory thing. I get what you're saying, though. That's a good argument.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, an idea here that you would kind of get behind.
I mean, I'm behind that.
Yeah.
I also just don't think that if we had the wall there, it presents the same problems, and it doesn't really fix the solution, or it doesn't really. I don't think it's really fixing a problem.
I mean, like, point. I get that.
Like, I just don't think that it's as much of a problem as people make it.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm just saying, like,
that people are coming over and killing people,
And
so, like, I'm not really that worried that, like,
because, like, here's the thing. Under my, like, if I had, whatever, I would put Tom Holden in jail for sure. We gotta put him in jail.
Deport him.
I mean, we gotta deport him to like fucking Germany in the 1930s, honestly.
Send him to Mars.
Yeah, so he can deport all the illegal aliens. There.
Becomes an illegal alien.
Yeah. But no, I think put him in jail, and then all the ICE officers are just probationary officers. No guns, no nothing.
I mean, there's an argument for that.
Yeah.
I mean, either way,
they're literally just like check in for a year. If they're fine after that, nothing's happened.
That's fair.
No major crimes. They're good. Go on. Do what you want to do.
I still feel like it still creates the same problems with like economic inequality and certain things like that. And then it's inevitably you're gonna get people who are like, well, shit, I had a robbery charge when I was a teenager, and now I'm gonna go there illegally. And then then once we have illegal citizens here, it's like, well, now we have illegals here, and then they're going to be marginalized, and then they're going to be exploited, and then they're going to be, probably some people, there's going to be some radical guy that goes into office, and he's like, well, let's deport these people. You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying, like, if we have the wall there, if we have the restriction so heavy like that, even though that's not that heavy.
That's not even that heavy, though.
When we require them to be documented to even enter the country like that, I think that it presents it where people are going to come here illegally that way. If we don't have the option to come here illegally, then it creates less separation.
Yeah, here's the thing though. This is also the thing I was just thinking about. This is actually a good argument, and I like this.
Yeah, me too.
The thing is, if you want to really restructure the United States immigration system like this, you either have to. You're probably not gonna like this part for just temporary temp. This is a temp thing.
Okay.
You still take people in just the same way I said. But it's like you take in less for a while because you have to restructure everything while you're, while you want to do this radical change. And not like
just get a bulldozer and just.
I mean, like, well, here's the thing. This is the first thing you do. You hire like fucking 100,000 immigration judges Because the thing is, when you come in, do the screening, do the quick screening, really quick screening.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Faster than anyone's ever seen before.
Faster than a middle-aged man coming, really, in 9 seconds. No, but like you would come in.
Bezos came.
Yeah, Jeff Zuckerberg the
came.
bankers came. Everyone came.
Everybody's coming.
But like, so you would have to take maybe a little bit less people in, but that's only for a temporary. Because you have to do, when you do these radical changes, it's gonna like, this is kind of sounding weird, but you kind of have to like maybe even halting it for a little bit, like short times, couple months, 5-6 months at the most.
See, this
and
is,
because you have to do it. You have to do it. Because
but do you have to do it? Because I still don't really see why we have to process them that way. like
well,
why?
It's more of like restructuring it from like the ground up and streamlining it, and then you can process a lot. You can process 100,000 people a month, maybe even a week, if you get it really.
Following.
No, okay, so because think about the immigration system now that we have.
Yeah,
you have to wait 10 years.
Yeah,
I heard 10, 20.
It takes a while. Yeah,
a lifetime really. You have to pay like a lot of money too, and it's like not even guaranteed because you have to take a test or whatever.
And the whole time, I'm pretty sure the whole time, basically, if you commit some sort of crime,
yeah, if you commit some,
if you are caught like working under the table or whatever,
yeah,
you risk a lot of things.
But I don't know. I feel like maybe even you can do it while you're taking people in. I don't know, really, but I feel like it's either you take, because like while you're doing these, you're gonna have to hire new people, maybe move people around that are already working there, like all the immigration officers. You know, obviously you'll still have like when cars are coming in and out, you'll still have checkpoints and stuff because, you know, just to make sure. You just want to make sure. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know. I still think like,
I just feel like you just gotta check a little bit. You don't want to be too strict and take it too long.
If we check it all in that way, then it again like provides a way where, and also it's like,
and it would be like, it wouldn't take 30 years. It would take like 8 months. Not even that long.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're saying, and there's definitely an argument for that.
Yeah,
I'm not all for open borders. I'm just like, I lean towards more. I think that open borders could be beneficial. Yeah,
and also you demolish the wall. The wall's gone. It would be more or less
why don't you just like walk around it then? Like, why don't you just like drive through the grassy field in Texas, or the not grassy field. Like, what if why don't you just like drive through the desert and just come into America legally?
Yeah,
at that point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, like the thing is,
this is how it starts.
Yeah,
what you're describing is like probably what the people who made the border wall in America were like. Here's the thing, you know, we've got these we have these Indians that are here, and they're not really supposed to be in our area. So like, we just need to make sure that if they come in, that they have to be processed correctly, and then from there it's like, well, now we have a separation between us and them, and then it just
I get that.
It spirals into eventually, like, I think if you have it at all, it's going to turn into what it is right now.
Yeah.
Because people are going to get into office that are going to be like, hey, well, we need to beef this up because these dirty migrants.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if you have it there, it's going to be weaponized.
Yeah, that's a fair point too. I didn't really think about that part.
I don't know. I mean, there's arguments for both. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I would definitely demolish it and just put like signs and be like, "Welcome to the United States."
I feel like, I feel like
that's it. That's all you need, really. And then just like a little box office kind of thing, and like be like, "Are you here permanently or temporary?"
Yeah,
permanently. Just stamp and you
literally what Donald Trump thinks it was like under Joe Biden.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even though he deported like 4 million people in 4 years.
Yeah, a lot of people. Anyways,
but that was a good
conversation.
Gosh, how long was that? Fucking.
It was a while.
Do you want to do like the marathon? Half marathon training update.
About this Palestinian guy. Not Palestinian.
Right.
I don't know if he's Palestinian or not, but Algerian citizen, Palestinian descent. He's a green card holder. He's married to a U.S. citizen. His wife is 8 months pregnant. Immigration officials told Khalil's lawyer his green card was being revoked. Recently graduated from Columbia University School of International Public Affairs. His whereabouts are unknown. Yeah, they basically.
Yeah, I think he's like in Louisiana. Okay. That's what I heard last. Anyways, I was watching Hassan's stream. Actually, he was talking about it, and they said like his wife didn't know where he was for like 2 hours, and they finally told him that they moved him to like Louisiana.
It's insane because I mean, basically what happened is this guy was protesting, or I think he was like actually in charge of like orchestrating.
Yeah, he was. I think he was in charge of like for the first 2 years at least. He was in charge of like the protests.
And so he was protesting the genocide in Gaza. That is, I mean, killed upwards of 100,000 plus people.
I think it's higher. It's probably higher than that.
Pretty much minimum 100K.
Dude, some people, I think Emma on the Majority Report, she was talking on MSNBC. Apparently, people are still rolling with a 47,000 number.
I've seen a lot of people roll with that number. Yeah,
which is
it's
definitely more than that.
It's definitely more than that. They've bombed schools, churches, hospitals, like apartment buildings, like everything. Like
I just heard
the Ramadan that they're celebrating right now. They're literally celebrating on a long table in a pile of rubble. Like, it's insane. But anyways, they were protesting this, and this person is a legal resident in the United States. They're married to a U.S. citizen, which also I'm pretty sure helps. I'm pretty sure that helps you become a citizen faster if you get married to someone.
So, it's like all over the world, really.
So this person has a 8-month pregnant wife who's a U.S. citizen, and they have a green card, and they're a legal resident, and they are using the right to protest. They're doing a peaceful protest, and they, ICE or the Trump administration was like, dirty Hamas sympathizer.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. And they literally detained him.
Get the hell out of here, you idiot.
They detained him thinking that he had like a visa or it was a legal immigrant or whatever. And then they were working on deporting him, but it, like you said, the federal courts like blocked it.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you can't really do that.
Yeah, you can't just do that. Like,
but
apparently it's like if they did want to do that for like, they don't even do that. They just, if they commit a crime, like quote unquote, he did, even though he didn't commit a crime.
Yeah. Well, Trump has also called the protests that on college campuses illegal.
Yeah.
Them illegal protests.
Illegal anti-Semitic college protests.
This is textbook fucking authoritarian fascist shit, dude.
They go for the universities.
They're going, hey, we want to keep killing people in this foreign country with our American tax bombs or our American.
Might as well.
American tax dollars. So we're gonna start really cracking down, calling the protests in our country, which we have the right to do, on college campuses.
Yeah,
illegal,
I mean, like,
saying that's the biggest threat. If that's the biggest threat to your fucking cause, then you got a pretty bad cause.
Yeah.
It
would be funny if they made a law called the "Don't Hurt Israel Feelings" law.
Literally, I mean, they might as well. But it's so rich as well, coming from the free speech party, quote unquote, where this is coming from Donald Trump, and Elon Musk and Marco Rubio, who are, the whole idea of the Republican Party is like the libtards. They try to censor us. They won't let us say the R word anymore, and they won't let me say the hard R on my Facebook page no more. It's like, dude, you just want to say slurs, and you literally are going the exact opposite direction. If you care about free speech, you would let people protest.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but I gotta go pee.
Okay, Ryder's gonna go pee. I'm gonna rant about this. If you cared about free speech, which they don't, okay, let's be clear. If they actually cared about like actually protecting people's free speech, then they would not be deporting human beings from the country because they were, hey, stop killing innocent children in this foreign country with my tax dollars. I would prefer if you didn't do that. They're like, hey, get the hell out of here. It's not free speech, okay? This is authoritarianism. Free speech, people. If you actually care about free speech, you don't ban books because they say the word gender one time in them, okay? If you actually care about free speech, Elon Musk, you don't ban prominent liberal voices or people who are critical of you, okay? You don't suppress people who are critical. You don't promote certain speech because, it's right? If you care about free speech, which I'm not saying that I'm all for every kind of free speech, hate speech and free speech, by the way, different things, okay? Worth noting. Because if you say the N-word, there's a lot of context to that, and that has some very problematic meaning, right? So we don't say that anymore. As white people, you don't say the N-word because it's wrong to do that. It hurts. The context of it is painful, and it is used to oppress people. And we don't say that anymore. So, however, you are, that is sort of protected by your free speech. You have free speech in America that the government does not prosecute you for your use of whatever you want to say. And it's a Democrat sham. And now Yeah, and if you think that Joe Biden was suppressing your free speech, what was he doing? What did he? If you think, I wish he was like, hey, shut up, you crazy people. Like, but
Joe Biden's like, I love Israel, Jack.
Yeah,
keep hating.
Yeah, like Joe Biden wasn't doing shit like that, but Trump is coming in office and he's like, let's ban all these books, let's take all this history out, let's privatize education, and let's fucking let's deport people who are like pro Hamas and call them illegals.
It's so crazy. Let me tell you.
But anyways, that's the kind of conversation on that. I would highly recommend you guys look into this. Because
I just think it's like,
insane.
I mean, what are they gonna do next, man? You never know. It's like every day it's a new, like, fucking news cycle, pretty much.
I'm worried about a lot of things right now. Obviously,
it's like I mean, our fucking idiot governor is like gonna let ICE come and do raids and help ICE. Hopefully, like what's her name?
Virginia. Abigail Spanberger. If she wins, hopefully.
If she
wins, she'll probably
hopefully
fight against that. I hope.
Hopefully, she'll do something. I'm sure she'll hopefully do something. I mean, she's a Democrat, so who knoes?
She'll do.
She might do nothing.
Yeah,
but
and by the way, it has been very annoying.
She might just like look around at her and be like, "I'm here."
Oh, no. I think. Did we talk about the State of the Union address last week? Or I don't think we did.
Address to Congress? No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So
Wait,
what? I don't.
That wasn't even that long ago, but it feels like
it feels like ages ago. Well, the reason I want to talk about it because we definitely didn't talk about this part. So if you guys didn't see it, it was last week, so we didn't talk about it. It was actually filmed.
Oh, yeah.
So Donald Trump did a State of the Union address.
Yeah,
it was just really wasn't that.
No, so what I heard about it,
he hasn't been in office long enough for that.
It was just like a formal address to Congress that apparently they do that like pretty. It's like every I don't know, something like that.
It's supposed to be an annual thing as the president that you address Congress like that, but he did it early, I guess, to like brag about something. I don't know.
Brag about
he went up there,
us not being woke anymore.
He talked for an hour and 40 minutes, longest address to Congress like that by the president on record. And it was I stayed up for it, and I wish I didn't, honestly, because it was so long and fucking a pain in the ass.
I
was sitting there listening to him going,
and transgender mice and fucking we got Joe Biden out of this fucking shit show. We're gonna there's gonna be some pain, but it's gonna be all good. It's gonna be the best economic period in American history.
Such a fucking.
It was just lie after lie after lie. And it was just so fucking annoying. He said something about the transgender mice was insane, by the way. It was transgenic mice, which is used to like test for like it's like animal testing for like diseases and stuff like that. It's just so stupid. Anyways, the reason I bring it up, we actually had a Democrat. So this is also an opportunity that I was excited for, to see the Democrats like maybe protest.
I was
a little
like,
bit.
They're not gonna do shit. They're gonna do
and
a little
didn't
something.
Really.
No.
But the one did. So we had almost every Democrat, most of them anyways, like dress up in like pink.
I think it was like all the women
like dressed up in pink to protest.
Yeah.
And then they all had the little signs that they held up that said like false, or they had a sign that said what was it, like Musk lies or something like that, or something. Yeah. It was like Musk. I don't know, it's something about Social Security or Medicaid, or they had like a couple different variations of signs.
Yeah,
they all mostly were like, that's not true. And I was just like, like, I mean, this is whatever. It's something, but it's like the cameras didn't really even pan to them at all, and then like,
no,
it's not really moving anything. It's not really doing anything. We need more than that. But one representative, or was he a senator? Yeah,
no, representative.
He was a representative.
Yeah,
okay.
Al Green.
Yeah, so Al Green, he stood up, and he like literally stood up, and he started yelling at Donald Trump, who was speaking, and he said, because I think Donald Trump said something about Medicaid or Social Security, and he was like, "You have no mandate to cut Social Security and Medicaid. You have no mandate." And he was just explaining to him like, this is wrong, like it's gonna hurt my constituents. And of course, Mike Johnson got up there and he was like, "We must maintain decorum in the House." And then he kept yelling. He was holding up his cane. He was sticking it out. He was screaming at him. There's some banger pictures that came out of that of him holding his cane up, like, and then security like told him to leave. They got him. They made him leave. And then he talked to the cameras, and he explained what he said and why he said it. And it was so frustrating, not because of what he did, but that was the best thing that happened there, in my opinion. Because the Democrat response to most of it, because they had the chance to like respond afterwards, and most of that was kind of crap.
It was like a former CIA Democrat.
Yeah. It was like,
I mean, that's like that's all you need to know, really.
Yeah.
Former CIA.
It was just
infiltrativeness.
Normal Democrat stuff. It wasn't anything that impressive or interesting. I don't think it really moved the needle of anything. Didn't change anyone's mind for sure. But I liked Al Green standing up and yelling, and that was a very good thing. More Democrats really need to be doing that. But you know what they did instead? They were like, instead of like, standing up with him or, supporting him afterwards. 10 of them voted to censure him. Censure? Is it censure or censure or
censure? I think it's
censure. Anyway, something like that. Anyways, it basically just is like a formal way of like disapproving of him. Yeah. So that sucks.
Yeah.
He's probably still going to win.
Democrats are like, we formally disapprove of
10 of them voted to do that, okay?
Yeah.
If that's your local representative, maybe don't.
Yeah.
Maybe beware that it was them, and maybe call them about it, and get angry at them
about it.
like complain to them about it, because that is a lot of Democratic representatives have been getting a lot of calls, being like, "Hey, do something, please." I mean,
Al Green's the only one that I see like being like, I'm moving forward on impeachment.
Yeah, Al Green's trying to do that. Al Green, he stood up for his constituents, and he's very good in that way. And I thought that was really brave. I thought it was really said something. But if the most memorable thing from the State of the Union address was Donald Trump saying transgender mice and Al Green standing up and yelling about something that we couldn't even hear on the actual cameras, it's like that should have been not the biggest story in that situation.
Yeah.
But it's also really frustrating to see the Democrats like literally actively suppress the one guy doing something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Bernie Sanders and AOC.
They didn't even go.
They didn't go.
I know, AOC.
Bernie went, but he left like halfway through.
Yeah, he's like, this shit's bullshit.
And someone asked him in the hallway. They were like, how what do you think about Trump's speech? He was like, mine will be better. I'll be live in 10.
Yeah.
I love Bernie, but
Bernie's like, he's literally going on like a countrywide tour.
I know. Dude,
so far,
every Democrat should be doing that right now, or all the ones that care.
Dude,
if they did that, I mean, Bernie's been having like thousands of people in red districts show up to his shows, and he's like socialist left.
Yeah,
and that says something.
Yeah, for real though, that's like a cry for help.
Yeah.
Especially in like Republican districts where like they hate socialism.
Yeah,
like Marxist Leninism.
It's been good to see some people doing it.
Yeah, I also feel like at this point, and like I feel like in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, especially 4 years, the Republicans are fucking gonna lose badly.
In the midterms?
I feel like midterms,
I think in the 2026 midterms, I think they're gonna lose a lot of seats.
Yeah,
but I also think that
because
I think it's also very important that we get good Democrats in there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like more progressive.
I think we should we should primary all of them.
Yeah.
But most of them anyways.
But the 10 that voted the censored primary, put them in a primary, they'll lose.
Definitely do that.
They'll lose.
Stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was worth mentioning. It's just been frustrating to follow, but we'll see what happens. That's all I really had.
Do you wanna?
We gotta go run.
You want to talk a couple? Well, actually, we can do it next. We can do it on the next one we film.
All right.
We still have a little bit more topics that we didn't even touch on yet.
Yeah. We were able to yap.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a run. We're training for a half marathon.
For a run. Yeah.
So we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next one.